Hi there, wonderful awakening beings and spiritual souls. Jo Rose of jorose.com, numerologist and energy forecaster. In this video, I'm going to share with you the numerology forecast for August 2022. But before I do, as always, let's recap what 2022 has in store for us. I do this not to bore you, but to remind you or bring you back into alignment with the energy playing out this year. If you can see energy like the weather, if you know what the energy is going to be, you can be prepared. If it's going to rain, you wear wellies, take an umbrella. If it's going to be sunny, you put your flip-flops on and you take your sun hat and sunglasses. This is the same, and why I remind us in every video what the energy is. 2022 is the sixth energy. How do we know this? We add together and reduce down all the digits of the current year. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2 is 6. The biggest lesson over the year is responsibility versus sacrifice. Are you taking responsibility for yourself, your situation, your life, your health, your career, your relationships? Are you allowing others to do the same? Because if you're not, there is sacrifice taking place. When we take responsibility, we then can start creating a plan to move forward. If we're too busy being responsible for others, we're sacrificing our own movement and expansion and theirs. When we become responsible, we have a say in it. Whether that is with the crowd or on our own, it doesn't matter. It's then your choice to make the decisions, to create the plan and move forward. So what does the sixth energy bring? It's healing, harmony, home, family, nature, nurture, creativity. It's the number of the counselor, the coach. It's concerned for self, for the environment and other people's well-being. This can also bring it into the flip. The flip of this is the 6 can be overly worried, highly doubtful, jealous, filled with envy. It can be belittling, demeaning of self and others, intrusive, critical, oppressive, and overbearing. I often look at this as the helicopter parents, the desire for perfection, for everything to work out because they don't want other people to be hurt or lose out. 6 is about responsibility. We take responsibility for ourselves. We allow others to take responsibility. Sometimes we have to fall to learn. When we can learn to do this and audit, we can learn to grow and expand and bring ourselves in a better position for the next challenge that comes our way. The lesson I'm suggesting based around the 6th energy, which is a very serving number, is to serve others that enhances your own energy and growth and well-being. To look for a win-win. Service and servitude are two different things. Servitude has you bowing to others, being less than, in the background, underappreciated, not valued, and can cause resentment to arise. If these are things that you don't want in your life, take responsibility. And if people are taking too much from you, step back, speak up, let go. When we each align ourselves, it will work better than it does now. We're so worried about fitting in and belonging, and yet deep inside us, we're longing for a better place, a better situation, a better way to be. To know more about the energy of 2022, go and take a recap and watch my video, Numerology 2022. I'll leave the link in the description below. Now, before I move on to August, just like I'm reminding you why I share the energy of the year in every video, I want to show you also, if you've done the work, if you've worked with the energy in the month before, you're more prepared, ready for what follows on, because one number follows on from another, especially when we're in an epicycle, which we are in, and we're halfway through this epicycle in this current month, as in August. But let's go back to July. I shared with you that July, do go check the previous video, was a 4 energy. It wasn't just a 4 energy, it was a 13-4 energy. So things are going to be harder, take more effort. It's about mastering, going deeper in all that we do based around that energy. To show you how the energy affected us internationally, I'm going to share some incidents that took place last month. Internationally, off the top of my head, I can recall 5 leaders stepping down. The leader of Estonia, Italy, Sri Lanka, that was a coup, Israel, and the United Kingdom. And before Boris Johnson stepped down, handed his resignation in, 60 ministers did that on the Friday before. If that's not an example of systems crumbling, of systems failing because they're not built on solid, trustworthy grounds, you're going to see them crumble. What else springs to mind is the financial world. Inflation is rising at a dramatic rate. More people are needing food banks help, starving. Can't afford the petrol, are asking just for £10 to go through the supermarket checkout because that's all they have. BlackRock, who owns most of the things along with Vanguard, lost 1.7 trillion of their clients' money. That shows you a system that is failing. It's not built on solid, trustworthy grounds. Another thing that happened, because people are getting agitated with the system, the governments, we keep doing what they ask, but nothing's getting better. We hear about various viruses, illnesses, climate change, recession, and it all seems to be our fault. And yet we're the ones struggling to find the motivation, to find the finances, to find the will to carry on. And yet when we read about politicians or celebrities, they're all still living the high life. It seems to be one rule for them and one rule for us. It's not balanced. The 6 is very much about balance. It wants harmony. We saw an assassination of a previous leader in Japan. We saw many fires blamed on global warming. London had 20 on one day. 2 explosions, 2 very interesting explosions took place. One on the Hoover Dam and the other the Georgia Guidestones. That took place on the day that CERN was properly restarted. A flip side of the 4 energy that we can see is there were several crop circles crafted in the UK in July. Look at the precision of those. Look at the structure. What builds them? What creates them? What are the crop circles telling us? What technology, what skills are being hidden from us that perhaps could serve us better?
And if traffic was bad, the parking problem was impossible, just like now. So one California genius disproved the simile useless as a 5th wheel. His 5th wheel aimed sideways, and with it you could sneak into the tightest hole. Relevant power steering? Well, somehow it never caught on. Why not? We'll never know. That's ancient history.
On a more personal note, the things that went wrong was because I wasn't paying attention. I didn't plan. And on the positive side, the things that I did pay attention to and I did plan did work. One of my favourite things that I did last month was to craft the drum. Do you remember I said to you I was going to make a drum, birth a drum, and here she is. It was a really wonderful experience, very grounding, plenty of meditation, plenty of respect and gratitude to the silver birch tree, the stag that lost its life, roadkill I believe, the sheep's wool that is in my beater. The stick was from locally when I was walking around. Grounding ourselves, finding the beat, not music. Music can make you sick, but finding the sound, finding the beat. Let me give you a little example of my drum because I'm really excited about this. I birthed this drum. I met wonderful people. I went on a great meditation that grounded me, that took me to the center of the earth, that allowed me to put my roots down, to stretch my arms up, to connect to source, to connect to the earth, to connect to the elements. What do you do to ground yourself? What do you do to clear energy? What do you do to bring you back into alignment? For me, well, my drum will be one of them, but I do look at the numbers to guide me. And I'm sharing the 6 and the 4 to bring things back into perspective. Whether you pay attention or not, the energy, like the weather, is always doing its stuff. Let's move on to August. Now, August is the 8th month, so we add 8 to the 6th of the year, and it's 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. It's not just a 5 energy like last month. 14, like the 13, is a karmic debt. So don't expect the month to be easy. It will be different. It will be less structured, more disorganized. But if you had done the work last month, you'll be more grounded and in the moment to deal with what comes on. So what is the 5 energy going to bring for us? 5 is resourceful. It finds resources. It's magnetic. It attracts. It looks for adventure. It explores. It seeks freedom. The 5 is about communication, promotion, passion, very social and highly adaptable. The flip side of the 5 energy is it can be unpredictable, melodramatic, erratic, fickle, inconsiderate, addictive, excessive, fake. When I think of fake, I watched a video the other day after the WHO mentioned a possible pandemic or situation, and it was referring to public health emergency of international concern. I said talk about fake, but when you say those initials together, they sound out PHEIC, fake. Is everything fake? I don't know. I'll leave that for you to think about. But things like this, etymology, looking into words, really interests me, along with numbers and energy, because all words have got an energetic vibration, like your name, like the year, etc. But when I saw that the initials PHEIC sound out or pronounce fake, I could not stop laughing. So I'll leave that one in your hands. The lesson I'm suggesting, based around the 5 energy in this 6th year, in this month, is to get out of your comfort zone. That's what most people refer to it. If you've watched my videos before, I call it the known zone. We stay in it for fear of change, of growth. If there is one number that's about change, it's the 5. And bearing in mind, it's the karmic debt 14-5. There will be changes that take place. If you are not prepared and ready for, may side blind you, or whatever that saying is, come from a direction you may not see it coming, and you're going to have to deal with it. It could be a loss of finances, loss of money. It could be an opportunity coming your way. Not everything is negative. There are positive things. The 5 is about variety. It can get very bored and it's looking for interesting things. So how do you know what's out there if you only stay in your known zone, your comfort zone? Get out of your comfort zone and do something different. The 14-5, I'm suggesting while take a risk, be calculated in this, because it is a 14-5. If it was just a 5, I'm going to say take a risk. The consequences may make you stumble, but you can pick yourself up. Don't do something too big or too out of your comfort zone, but do something that's going to push you and do step by step to move forward out of your comfort zone. If there is something that you've been wanting to experience, give it a go this month. You may be surprised how you feel about it. Sometimes we hold on to something that we think is going to be great and it's not, and other times we feel something that is actually life-changing for the better. This number is about adventure, experience. It's about getting out there and doing things that you don't normally do. So the 6 is about responsibility. Use the 14-5 wisely. The 1 in this number is about you taking responsibility. And the 4 is about planning and scheduling. Remember, responsibility versus sacrifice. The 5 is about change. The 14-5, 1 is about action, 4 is about plans, 5 is about freedom. Let me ask you a question. What do you need to release yourself from to be free? And what do you need to release yourself from to be free to do what you want to be free to do? The reason why we get stuck and we stay still is we don't really know where we're going, and we have so many fears that block us because we listen to the system that is failing us. Do you hear the broadcasters? Do you see the signs? For your safety, health and safety is off the chart. They think we can't think for ourselves. Yes, many can't because they've never done it. But if you have, if you trust yourself, if you trust your immune system, if you trust your mind, if you trust your ability to grow and seek, then you can make a huge difference. So use this month to take action, plan, and have that freedom to do the things that truly light you up. The karmic debt numbers, we had one last month, we got one this month. It intensifies the number, so we're intensifying the 5. The 5 is erratic and excessive. The karmic debt will intensify it. It may cause unnecessary dramas. Be prepared. And laugh. Laugh at yourself because you've fallen into a trap, you've fallen into an argument, you've fallen into a situation. Or take it seriously. If you've fallen into something that just doesn't feel right, look at how you can get out of it. If you laid the foundations last month, you're going to be good for your goals. If you haven't, well, you're going to get some lessons that you need to deal with to move forward. As I said, this month is halfway through that epicycle. What was the goal you set that you want to achieve by the end of the year? Because this month with the 5 energy, you are at the point. What's worked, what's not, let go of what's not worked and move forward. Is it time to promote yourself? Is it time to relocate? Is it time to be more explorative? Go on a bigger adventure, dig deeper. This month is about resilience, responsibility, confidence, adaptability. Let go of what you're holding on to so tight in order to receive what's coming your way. The 5 offers the most opportunity. You just have to be in the moment to see it. The 5 also can offer so many things. It can cause you to be scattered, very much like the 3 energy. When you know your own mind, when you've got your plan, when you've laid your foundations, you'll know what nuggets to chase and what to let go. Everything that sparkles is not all gold, but some of it is. Now, with all the drama that the 5 can bring, the upheaval, change has to happen. And we all deal with it differently. The 5 is a number that we need to be wary of, cautious of. Be mindful of running away from things and where you run to, because the 5 is the number of addiction. We can find ourselves lost in food, drugs, drink, sex, the gym, books, information. Too much excessive needs to be pulled back. And if you're running away, you need to start addressing why you're running away. If you do have an addictive habit, this could be a month to kick it. Make notes, keep a diary, journal. What are you overly doing? Are you on your phone too much? Do you need to have more downtime? Are you too busy worrying about what other people think and not yourself? I've already said do the opposite to what you normally do, and use this month to explore. Audit every day. Know what you're doing. I know it's very much a 4 energy, but if you took notes, kept a diary, the food you eat, the exercise you do, how long you're on your phone or your laptop, how long you're doing one thing, and where you're not spending time on the others. This will help you move forward. And when you realize where you're wasting time, procrastination can disappear, loss of direction will disappear, and you'll be able to move forward. You want to meet that goal in December, don't you? So let's look at the 5. The 5 brings opportunities. Look to own or release responsibilities that are no longer serving you or commitments that aren't working. The 5 brings travel. Book a vacation, weekend away, work from a different location, maybe look to be moving. The 5 does bring relocation. This is an ideal time to put your home on the market, look for a new rental, look to relocate, whether it's in your relationship, in your home, in your career, in your country. 5 brings promotion. Who's being promoted? Is it time you are being promoted? Are you being acknowledged? Are you promoting your business? Are you getting a word out there? What about yourself? Do you want to be in a relationship? How are you promoting yourself? Are you turning up looking all or are you turning up with open heart, open mind, and allowing people to see who you really are? 5 brings relationship breakdowns, adultery. What is steering you away, and why are you being steered away? Is it time to let go of a relationship that's no longer serving you, intimate or as a friend or as a business? We carry things that are dead weights. If we're carrying weight, we can't shift it in our body. Every part of us is affected by what we do, whether that is physical, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. When we do the proper work, and that's coming next year in the 7 energy, when we go inside and we do the spiritual work, we will find the physical, mental, and emotional fall into place. Sometimes we can't get to the spiritual because we're in so much pain physically. If you're in so much pain physically, the best way to heal is spiritually. Look at what's going on in your relationships. Your relationships are a mirror, a reflector of what is going on. If it doesn't pick you up, if it makes you feel heavy, time to cut the cords. 5 is social. Enjoy this month. Enjoy getting out and doing different things, hobbies, doing things with friends, families. Make sure you incorporate doing things with those that you love. Life's short. We never know how long anyone is going to be on this planet, including the self. So do things this month that are fun, make you feel content, make you feel warm, they're uplifting. I've already said this, but I want to say it again. 5 suggests you do the opposite. If you're always saying yes to things, say no. Allow the others to take responsibility. If you're always saying no because of your comfort zone, your known zone, say yes. But remember, we're looking for constructive freedom and not freedom that could cause a problem. So if you are a little bit fearful, do small steps, but do look to do the opposites. If you walk to work, take the bus. If you drive to work, maybe take a bike. Do something different. Go to a different shop to buy your produce. Go to a different park, a different beach. Go to a different wine bar. Go listen to a different genre of music or film. Do things that you haven't normally experienced and do the audit. See what it brings to you. See whether it lifts you up or pulls you down. Get to know you more in order to move forward. The 5 asks, what is holding you back? Or better still, what do you need to do to move forward? When you do what you love, it shows. When you love what you do, it shows. You become an inspiration to others. You shine bigger, bolder, brighter and better. You only have one life, so you need to live it for you. And as you know my saying, it's your life, spelled L-Y-F-E. Love yourself first every day. When you do this, and if everybody did this, we'd all be vibrating at a much higher level. If you look at the mainstream media and you look at the news, everything is doom and gloom. It's in the lower vibrations. I've shared the chart before, power versus force. When we're in the love and the happy, the content, the enlightenment, the joy, we're in a higher vibration. And that negative stuff just doesn't find us. It's not about eliminating it. It's about raising the vibration to be above it. This month is a great month, a happy month, a joyful month. It can be filled with disruption and distractions, but you won't notice them if you raise yourself up. It's about being light, as in weight, and not dark, dense, heavy, as in weight. What's your goal? Keep your eye on the horizon. And remember, like water, energy always finds its level. 5 is the number of action. 5 is the number of change, fast change, disruption. If a disruption comes your way and you weren't ready for it, then do something to sort it out. If disruption comes your way, the universe is telling you you're off track, you're off path. If disruption comes your way, it is asking you to take a look at what you're doing and make a change. This month, be prepared. Expect the unexpected. You might go, how can I be prepared to expect the unexpected? I'm telling you, the unexpected is going to come. Expect it. Be prepared by being grounded. Be more in the moment. Less in your head. Less in the worry of the 6. Less in the doubt of the 6. Less worrying about or thinking about where anybody else is at. It's where you are at. Be grounded and in the moment. Be ready to turn on a sixpence, as we say in the UK, or to turn on a dime, as you may say in other countries. 5 is quick thinking, immediate action. But when you're grounded, it will work. This month, communication is key. What communication are you putting out? What communication are you listening to? If you're looking for a job, get your CV aligned with the type of job you want. Include the things that are going to help you get that job. Include the things that you love and enjoy, not necessarily the things that you don't. And if you've done things that you haven't, that get you to the point you are, explain why you're now ready to move forward. Communication. Are you speaking up and expressing yourself? The 5 is about the wordsmith, communication. It can be from the mouth, it can be from videos, which is probably from the mouth, unless they're the doodle ones. It can be from blogs, written works, on posts. Is it time to speak up what's really you are feeling inside? Because suppression leads to depression, and depression leads to addiction. And we want to wipe addiction out this month. Who do you listen to? Do they have your best well-being at their heart? Do they love and care for you? Or do they have an alternative agenda? We, the people, can unite. We have the power to pull the governments down. We pay them to work for us and they're not. We've done everything they've asked, well, forever, but over the last 2.5 years, and they still just keep pushing us and pushing us because they can. If you look into fear and how it's being used, you'll realize it doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve anyone. It's a bit like guilt. It doesn't serve anyone, not even guilt itself. So let go of those negative emotions and find things that raise you up more positive. Censorship has been on overload. And have you asked yourself why Things are being censored and not in the mainstream media. What are they hiding? When you learn to step back in your power, when you learn to go inside and find the truth, you can make your world better, personally, nationally, and internationally. This month, August, the 5 energy, get out of your box. Last month's about being in your box. Get out of your box. Push your boundaries. Do at least something different each day, small. If you drink your water cold, drink it warm. If you drink it plain, drink it with lemon. If you turn left, turn right. Do things different. I'd love to hear what you've done differently and what difference it makes to your world. And if you're on a goal, how can you promote that goal? How can you promote it within yourself and to others? If you're looking for a career change, how can you promote yourself within that company or in another company? It's a great time to get a new job. It's a great time to get a new home. It's a great time to explore. What a great month. With that said, if you've enjoyed this reading and you've got more of an understanding of why I go on about the energy of the universe as a monthly or yearly energy, there is even a daily energy. You have your own energy, your own personal year energy, your own life path energy. How you do things comes from your expression number. What motivates and drives you comes from your heart's desire. How you show up comes from your personality number. There are so many numbers in our chart, and our chart is our guide, it's our blueprint, it's our instruction manual of who we are and why we do what we do and what we're here to learn from. If this interests you and you fancy a reading, consultation and mentorship, do get in touch with me. Outside that, I want to wish you an amazing month. Enjoy, expand, grow, and create constructive freedom. All the best, and I'll see you in my next video.